Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up there in age, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
So let's start with the facts. We're going to get straight into it. Credit 101. The first thing that I have to show you is my credit score. Now, I do want to preface that it was just at 806, but I had actually got rid of a credit line and that dropped my score by 50 points in just one day. So here's my current credit score. For those of you who did not see that, that's going to be 757 and 756. Now again, this is temporary. That's probably the lowest you'll ever see my score. It will go up another 20 to 30 points once everything gets balanced out from the credit card that was removed from my account. We all know which credit card I removed if you've been watching my videos, and what I did not like about the bank that forced me to eventually terminate that credit card. But let's get rid of a couple of misconceptions right away. So the first thing that I hear all the time from people who are in debt is, hey, I keep a certain amount to revolve on my credit because the bank wants to know that I can pay off X amount of dollars. In the nicest way possible, I'm going to say that that is stupid. You are essentially paying extra money because you're paying interest on this money because you want a pretty number that's absolutely doing nothing for you almost 11 months out of the year. I never pay extra for something that does not need me to pay extra on it. So for example, the only time I've ever paid interest outside of a home was on a vehicle so that I can have a car loan on my credit score for the next 10 good years. I paid off the car in about 6 to 8 months. I had the money in cash the whole time, and they actually charged me a fee for an early payment penalty of $250 back in 2020, which I still remember exactly. It was $250 of prepayment penalty. Can you imagine that, people? Unbelievable. Imagine having to pay more because you paid something off. But I would never like put a couch on my credit card and not pay it off in the same month. I just do not see the point in paying an additional $20 to show the bank that you can pay off something of a larger amount. The bank sees that, hey, this person has money, pays off all his stuff on time or her stuff on time, and does not necessarily need our money to do the service on transaction. For the longest time, my credit score was hovering around 730 and 780. Now, due to the higher interest rate environment, and most likely the people around me or the people in our society are doing worse with their credit, I'm now actually hitting those 800s. So I'll be around 750 to 800. I would like to say 740 to 800, but I haven't seen my credit score at 740 all year long. This is the lowest again that it's been. So 756 is the lowest that I'm seeing. And it's ironic that I'm making this video about credit on the day that my credit score is the lowest at 756. But, you know, I want to celebrate a lot of the small wins. A lot of people are getting their credit score up. I've seen a couple of 680s, 700s. They're celebrating it on Facebook, celebrating it in multiple group chats. So continue to strive to get that credit score built up. Now, what did I do in order to get my credit score the way it is? Well, it's very simple. I don't ever put anything on my credit card that I can't pay off right away. So I'm not focused on what my next check will be able to do for me. I'm focused on, am I able to pay this right now? If not, then I wouldn't buy it. So for example, I've been looking at getting some bird nets for my vegetables. My vegetables are starting to grow outside in the backyard, and I figured that the birds are going to start to eat at it. This is my first time planting, so I'm not sure when I'm actually supposed to pick these vegetables. The squash looks ready to go. The tomatoes are not yet ready to go. And so I'm trying to find that balance, watching a lot of YouTube videos to understand when am I supposed to pick these vegetables. But in the meantime, I should get these bird nets to ensure that the birds don't ravage all my vegetables, right? And so if I needed to wait till my next paycheck to purchase these nets to put on my vegetable garden, I would not purchase the bird nets right away. I would wait until I have the money to do so. And so everything starts with saving money. I always say this. It's not with budgeting. It's not with X, Y, and Z. It always starts with saving money. Regardless of your budget, if you can save $1, if you can save $10, if you can save $100 a week, a month, a year, whatever the case may be, you start to develop a cushion. Once you develop a cushion, this cushion will allow you to do so many things in your life, but we're going to focus on credit. So with that being said, all I was doing was paying my phone bill on my credit card. I wasn't buying anything from the grocery store. I wasn't buying anything from the bodega when I lived in New York. I wasn't paying for the train with my credit card. None of that. And over time, the bank just said, okay, 730 credit score. We'll give you this card. We'll give you that card. $200 reward, $500 reward. They're throwing money at me every single day because I'm a good steward of money. And so what happens is, instead of me paying the bank additional money or paying the credit card companies additional money, they're the ones offering me money to use their credit card. I'm a low risk person, and if I swipe their card enough times, they'll get that transaction fee bonus that they would receive from the stores that I'm purchasing from, right? I think it's like a 2% transaction fee or something like that. And so if I go to Macy's and I get the Macy's card, they're happy because they don't have to pay that transaction fee with me, and they're able to offer me a 5% discount, which is probably less than their employee discount. And so it's a win-win. I get this 5% off. I still pay for the same things I would have paid for in cash, and Macy's doesn't have a transaction fee associated with the services that they're bringing to me. And so when you do that with multiple stores, I wish restaurants had this, because I would love 5% off my meals, and then I would just put the 5% back as a tip or whatever. Now, I know there's people in there, 20% tip minimum. But again, just ways that I use credit. So I was paying off the phone bill. And then as I got into my adult years, right, I started to pay for groceries with my credit card. So when I was in college, I would pay for the groceries with my credit card, and I paid off every single month. I've never not paid off my entire credit card balance since 18. I'm now 26, turning 27 this year, almost 9 years now. I have not ever not paid off my credit card balance at the end of the month. I've never had a balance that needed interest in order for me to pay on my credit card. There was one time I bought a Best Buy TV with a Best Buy credit card. I don't even know if my Best Buy credit card is still active, but it was 0% interest. You know how Best Buy has their 12 months 0% interest. After 2 months of paying 0 interest, and I know financially it was smart, I can save more money with a high interest savings account, I can do X, Y, and Z. I can get $1 here, $1 there. Listen, if you really want to be technical, you can save a lot of money and make a lot of money in many ways. But I just could not live with knowing that I had this mediocre balance because of a TV. And I still have that same TV to this day in my room. But after 2 months, I just had to pay off the full TV because I could not live with a credit card balance with Best Buy for the next 10 months. So that was insane to me. And it just lets me know, man, something is wrong. Something feels wrong when I have this balance left over and it's not paid off, and I know I have the money, I know I can handle this right now. You don't want things to start piling up. You don't want your mind to start wandering. Oh, I have a couch payment here. I have a machine payment here. I have a TV payment here with Best Buy, Macy's, Amazon. Bro, then you got your rent, you got your phone bill, you got your utilities, you got your dog, your cat, whatever the case may be. I just don't want to have to deal with all of that. And so clearing the slate right away already allows you to kind of live a life worth living. So for example, those of you who keep a revolving door on your credit, you may already be at a point where you can't even pay off the full balance of your credit card right now. And if you're at that point, it's very, very important to start getting out from under that mud, right? So now the focus is, let's pay off the credit cards so that I can then save, so that I can pay off the credit cards right away every single month. That's going to get me, based on what Festus has been doing, based on what I've been doing, that's going to get me $730 to $750 every single time, right? Just doing that alone, doing the bare minimum, having a zero balance is going to get you in the high 700s, mid 700s, right? Now, if you have stuff in collections and you have all this other stuff, then I don't know what the credit score is going to look like. But to get started, just having a zero balance on everything else is going to tremendously help you get you in the 700s. Now, the next thing that I wanted to talk about, which is another misstep, is, oh, you need to have 7 different lines of credits, or you need to be on someone's credit. No, you don't. Listen, I've never had more than 4 credit cards at a time. And you just saw my credit lines here. It says I have 3 offers, and I probably have 3 or 4 credit cards. I only use one, really. And I'm about to start using the other one more. But I only use one credit card for real. And listen, it does all the same stuff. A lot of the times I don't use my other credit cards until 2 years pass, and then they send me like a email stating if I don't use this card, they're going to terminate it. And then I'll say, okay. Let me go and make a purchase with this thing, figure out how to sign back in because my passwords change all the time. And then we're good for another 2 years until they need me to make a payment again just to show I'm alive and active. So another thing, I never buy credit cards with an annual fee. Now, I'm not saying that it's dumb to have a credit card with an annual fee. It may not be, but I'm just looking at the American Express Gold Card right now, and I see it has a $250 annual fee. I don't know what perks it offers you. I'm not sure what benefits it offers you, and I'm not sure if you're even going to save money with this annual fee. For example, I just signed up for a Sam's Club membership, and it's typically $50 for the year. I didn't know it was that cheap, by the way. I thought it was a lot more expensive than that. And Sam's Club gives you 2% back on every purchase. There was a discount going on for $25 for the year, and so I signed up for that instead. After doing the math on how much I spend per year at Sam's Club, I realized that I probably make in cash back bonuses $48. So that means the $50 membership would not save me money, but the $25 membership did save me money. What's important to note there is, yes, you might like shopping at Sam's Club, but are you actually winning? Are you saving money? If the answer is no, then I would try other alternative options. So for example, a year from now, which I'm already thinking months ahead, right? A year from now, if I'm not offered the $25 package and I'm offered a $50 package, I know I don't spend enough money for the $50 package as a single man with a girl. Don't have a family to provide for, and so I'm not spending as much on food as maybe a family would. I might opt to go to Kroger's and see what my spending is like there over the course of a month. And if the spending is less at Kroger's, which is probably not going to be, but I'm still going to test the waters, then I'm going to say, oh, okay, let me go to Kroger instead of Sam's Club. It's actually closer to me than Sam's Club anyway, and I'm going to be saving X amount of dollars, $50 more. I'll save $50 more by not going to Sam's Club. So I don't know that to be the case just yet. I try to stay around $200 and $250 when doing my grocery spending. I don't really look at what I'm buying, but I try to stay around $200, $250 every single month. So that's another thing to look at. Are you really getting the rewards for the fees that you're paying? Are you making a profit? Are you benefiting from this service? Or are they just getting more from you than you're getting from them? Now, for a family of 3 or 4 at Sam's Club, you're saving money. But for a family of 2 or 1 at Sam's Club, you're really not saving money, right? So I'm not saving money at that $50 membership fee. That's something to take a note of. Like, understand, are you spending money on things that matter and on things that save you money? Or are you spending money to spend money for money's sake? Yes, it's only $2. Yes, I can afford $2. But like, why would I pay for a membership that doesn't benefit me? Right? Like, that's the point of a membership, to get a benefit. It's not a benefit to just walk in your store. Me as the consumer is benefiting you for the simple fact that I'm walking into your store. And so again, just rewriting that wrong. You're the one paying the money. You should be the one receiving the benefit. I should not have to pay a fee to American Express Gold card in order to unlock a certain benefit. Those benefits should be provided based on who I am to you, the value that I add to you as a consumer. And so, again, I'm not saying it's bad if you're someone who flies frequently and a credit card offers you 10% back on Sky Miles. Who am I to tell you not to accept that? Or if you, I don't know, go to Citibank and I think they have like 2 or 4% cash back on dining out and entertainment, right? So they want you to spend more money. They want you to swipe that card more, which is great for them. And so they're saying, hey, if you dine out and you do more entertainment stuff, we'll give you a 4% cash back. And so what happens there is you'll spend more money because of the cash back, and they earn more money, right? So you, again, consume more than you should. And that leads into the next segment. Don't spend money for spending money's sake, right? It's always good to have the same, maybe a budget, having a budget. If you only spend $200 on dinner dates every single month, don't let that credit card 4% cash back make you turn it to $208 a month, right? No, it's $200 a month, regardless of the cash back. So what happens is that people say, oh, I got these rewards, so I'm going to book another trip. Or I got these rewards, so I'm going to get another meal. or I got these remorse, so I'm going to live life. You should live life, but within your means. And I understand that life gets hard, life gets stressful, life gets tedious and monotonous. You don't want to do the same things over and over again, but it's that consistency, it's that responsibility that allows you to live a free life, a life where you're financially free. And so that's what this channel is for financial freedom. And understand that there's some parts that are just going to simply be boring. But if you can stay through and stick through all those boring parts of this financial freedom journey, then you'll be set to go. And so don't spend more than you make. Don't spend money that you don't have, and don't spend more money than you expected to spend just because of some cashback bonuses or reward points. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and on Rumble, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.